Welcome to the Ration Review. Today we're going to get into some dating type stuff. Men leaving women for a change. Let's see where it takes us. Look at this. Am I the a-hole for making my husband cry after he said he would leave me for another woman?
Am I the a-hole for not defending my husband and making him cry after he said he would leave me for
Did she really make him cry, though? Or is she just like saying that metaphorically?
another woman?
Gasp.
I, 28 female, have been married to my husband, 33 male, for 3 years. We have no kids and we both work full time, but he makes more money than me. My husband is an identical twin with his brother.
And he probably pays a majority of the bills. Because we all know his money is your money, and your money is your money.
They both are the mirror reflection of each other. The way they walk, the same body type. The only thing different about them is their personality.
What does this have anything to do with it? Why women go off on tangents like that? It has nothing to do with it.
My husband is much more reserved and career-oriented, whilst his brother is adventurous. Back to the issue. My husband has recently started making jokes that he will find another wife every time I refuse to do something for him. That's not funny. That's the kind of joke that someone says, "Oh, it's just a joke."
No, he's not joking. He's trying to remind her of her place and his boundaries and expectations.
Did anyone laugh at that joke? Just you? Okay, then it's not funny. This has gotten worse as he's always mentioning how I should obey and respect him.
Which obviously you can tell this woman, before she even got into the whole story, was already on the woman's side. Like most of the world is always on the woman's side.
As the man of the house. Oh. Or he would be
Respect
looking
him.
for another wife soon. Obey. I'm sorry, does he know what century he's living in?
Do you know what the word obey means when it comes to relationships and marriage? I don't think you do. I think you're just triggered because your feminist mind says, obey what?
So let me get this straight. You're still working, correct? Are you paying bills? Do you have full body autonomy? If all of the
Full body autonomy. Men don't have autonomy in general. If a man gets a woman pregnant, she decides to keep the kid, men don't have autonomy. They have to pay for that kid, even if she cheats and has another man's baby. And you think it's yours, even you sign the birth certificate or you've been taking care of the baby for a while, even if you go to court and be like, no, here's the DNA test that says I'm not the father, they still make you pay. Where's the autonomy in that?
those questions are a yes, you don't gotta obey shit. And even if they weren't, it's kind of like, I told him I didn't like his comments, but he always said he's just joking. Yeah, they always do. And
Yeah, no, he's saying he's just joking because he doesn't want her to lose her freaking mind and go off on a wild tangent and become a bitch.
trying to make me work for his attention. He stopped the comments for some time and then started again, but this time with misogynistic comments. And how my goal as a woman should always be to make him happy. And what about his goal as a...
Yeah, her goal should always be to make him happy because that's what his goal is for her, is to always make her happy. How is that crazy? All men, when they're actually in a committed relationship, that's their goal, is to make their woman happy. So why shouldn't the woman be doing the same thing for him?
man. Girl. If we're talking about traditional roles, if that's his thinking, then you can just quit your job and he gives you your allowance and you stay home and sleep until noon.
No. So, no, women didn't get allowances back then. They didn't get allowances. They got money to go buy groceries and stuff. But, you want to go back to traditional, then you need to shut your mouth and do what your husband tells you. Come on, you want to go way back to that? Come on, there's lots of stuff that has changed, probably for the better, but, there's lots of stuff we can go back to.
And clean the house, kind of, and... Right? No, he doesn't want that, right? Okay, got it.
No,
As that's what God brought...
Really? That's what most men would want. And then for you to start popping out babies. Take care of the house, make him dinner, and you shouldn't be sleeping until noon. Okay? You should be up working. You should be up working on the house because that's your job. Improving it, cleaning it, doing something.
Me into this world to do. I lost my mind on this comment and lashed out, but he quickly said that I'm just sensitive and overreacting as he's just joking. I think that's genuinely how he feels, just saying. The following week, we had dinner with his parents, brother, and little sister. During the dinner, somehow the topic of marriage came forward and he started again with his jokes. He made a joke that I should be lucky that he still finds me attractive after 3 years. Absolutely not.
That's gonna be a yikes for me, dog.
Or else he would have found a young woman already.
Yeah, that's because you're freaking old. You're 28. Okay, you're 28. You've been married for 3 years. Why haven't you had kids yet? Do you guys want kids? I mean, come on. Yeah, you're getting old. He makes a lot more money than you. Yeah, he could trade up. That's reality. If you don't make him happy, yeah, he could be like, okay, get the hell out of here. I'm going to go get a younger one.
Guess what? Those young women want you to pay for everything.
No.
He said I should.
Not all young women. Some young women are just happy to be a housewife.
Thank my stars and make sure that he doesn't lose interest in me in the future. What if you lose interest in him? I was so furious and shaking out of anger.
No, most likely she will lose interest in him eventually. She's already started losing interest in him. The problem's already started a long time ago. That's why he was joking about these things, because he's trying to remind her, in a passive aggressive kind of way that, hey, I didn't marry you to be a bitch and fight me on everything and, be a headache. I married you because I love you and I wanted to have a life with you. So quit fighting me on everything and villainizing me.
The whole table went quiet. His mom looked like she was about to say something. His brother started laughing and said that his brother is crazy to think that anyone would want him and that he's lucky to have someone like me, even though I'm out of his league.
Oh, they always say the woman's out of the guy's league, but it's not true. It's not true. All these women think they're freaking 8s and 10s, and most of them think they're 10s, but they're not. And most women are not out of any guy's league. Any guy. Okay? You know what? If the world was a different place, if we didn't have all this modernity, yeah, y'all would take that little 5'4" freaking, troll-looking dude because he'd protect you. Yeah, women have forgotten, and men still protect women. As a society, we designed a society where we hold men accountable and protect women. And women, they forgot their natural place in the world. They have completely forgotten it. It's like, y'all not realize how weak and fragile y'all are? Y'all could not do this whole life thing without men in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, y'all don't see it on every day because it's not just in your house anymore. Because it's the whole system that was set up to take care of you women. And y'all are beneath all of us men. It's like, come on. I mean, biologically speaking, speaking about terms of nature and stuff, come on. Y'all are beneath us. It's I hate saying it like that, but that's basically what it is. And then women get on here and they get triggered and get all upset at men that just want what they're supposed to have.
This to me kind of sounds a little bit like negging. He's trying to put you in your place to feel like you can't leave and find something better. He said my husband shouldn't.
No, he's not trying to put you in your place so you don't leave. No, he's trying to tell you what he wants. And you being a feminist, don't realize that he's not happy. That's what he's trying to say. He doesn't know how to tell you, hey, hon, I feel miserable. I feel unhappy. I feel you don't love me. I don't feel heard. I don't feel seen.
worry about me because after he divorces me, I'm free to have him instead. Ooh, the same face and body. I mean, little switcheroo, eh? Damn.
Right. Like the brother's going to take you? No, he might hit it and quit it, but that'd be about it.
Ooh, little swappity swap, one brother for the other. I can finally be with the better twin instead of an insecure excuse for
The better twin. Oh my gosh. Why is it women always think they have all the power? Just because we pretend like y'all have all the power, because that's what you want to feel like. You want to feel empowered. So we try to give that to y'all, but then y'all take it and confuse it for real power. It's insane.
a husband. Wow, this is nice. I like him. My husband completely lost it and started shouting at his brother. Sorry, I thought we were all just like joking really inappropriately. What, you can't take a joke? That's how you know he's
It's not about that. It's not about that. And because you're a woman, you're too stupid to understand. Okay, that was a male thing. That was him voicing his opinions because she did something in front of the family. And that's why you started saying she started embarrassing him in front of his family. And his brother thought it was okay because the brother is the adventurous slacky that doesn't really give a damn. So he started trying to take a shot at his brother because his brother actually cares about his life and has, standards and expectations for a relationship other than his adventurous brother that just wants to go hit it and quit it. Uh, yeah, that was, yeah, you women will never understand what happened between him and his brother at that moment. Why? Because you're too stupid. You'll never understand it. We could explain it for 1,000,000 years and you still wouldn't get it because our brains work differently.
He's not joking. My husband lost it, started shouting at his brother, who started laughing and blurted out he was just joking, just like my husband. My husband was even more mad than before. Things got heated and his
Yeah, because his brother is now trying to play the feminist game.
mom intervened and started going off on my husband about his misogynistic comment and asking him to immediately apologize. His dad also started laying into him.
Yeah, because mommy's in charge apparently. Or dad lets her think she's in charge because that's the only way the marriage works because of feminism. So the men, even if they're in charge, they have to let the woman think she's in charge. And so usually they let the crazy, stupid woman do whatever they want because they know that you can't fix stupid.
They then turned to his brother and started laying it on him about his inappropriate comments about me. His parents apologized for their behavior. He and his brother start going off again at each other, so I decided to leave with my sister.
All this means is that the family likes her. That's all it means, is the family likes her. Even if they would normally agree with him, it wasn't about that. It was because he decided to do it in front of everybody. But yet they're not holding her accountable. Why isn't his family holding her accountable for what she said? What did she say to make him start talking like that?
In-law and went to get some bubble tea and went for a walk at the beach to release my mind of everything. About 1 hour later, my mother-in-law called for us to come. When we came back, everyone was in the sitting room and my husband looked pissed, while his brother looked like he was enjoying this drama. As I walked in, father-in-law looked at my husband, who then came and apologized for his comment. His brother also apologized. His mom packed us some food since this whole thing started in the middle of dinner, and she warned me to let her know if he tries this nonsense again.
See, women with women, she's just trying to make sure the woman's in charge because she knows that if she doesn't make sure you're in charge of her son, eventually she's going to lose all power. It's a power struggle. And it's insane. And I don't know why. Well, actually, I think I do know why this guy accepted this is because he doesn't want to lose his mom and dad because he knows his mom is a feminist that will just cut him off because he thinks differently than her. Because that's how feminists are.
The car ride was quiet. When we reached home, my husband turned to me and asked why I wasn't defending him when his brother was making those comments.
Break up with her, dude.
There's nothing to
Dump
defend.
her.
If you're not worthy of a defense, then no one is going to defend you. Like, if you're constantly berating your wife, what loyalty does she have to you?
He was not berating his wife. He was trying to show his opinion, show how he felt. Y'all women always want to know how men feel. He was trying to tell her, and y'all are upset about it.
You're just going to divorce her and leave her for a younger woman anyway, right?
Because you have so many options.
I started going off at him as well and explained how his comments hurt me. And if the roles were reversed, if he would be fine with me doing what he's doing. He again said he was only joking, that I honestly knew he would never do that to me. I told him I'm disappointed in him, and I can't believe I married a man like him. He started full-blown crying. This shocked me, as I've never seen him cry before. Allow me to play the world's smallest violin. He then asked me if I ever...
Yeah, he didn't start crying because of that. He's crying because he was told that your woman is going to treat you a certain way and life is going to be a certain way. And what do? He has his family turning against him. He has his woman that's disrespectful and doesn't care about him. It's like, okay, yeah, she might love him or love the provisions that she gets from him, but really? It's like, no, she's being disrespectful as hell. Otherwise, he would never have said any of these things, and he just doesn't know how to tell her that. But this is one of the things that happens between men and women. You know, they don't know how to communicate properly.
Ever had romantic feelings for his brother? I mean, I do. I was like, what?
And look, here she is again. This is something that's ridiculous. If you're married to a man, no way in hell should you ever be telling anyone that you'd like to jump his brother's bones. That's just insane. That's insane. That's, no. I think I would leave a woman if she did that.
Explain how they both look the same, and if I love him, that also means I'm in love with his brother. Okay. I mean, love is based on more than what you look like, unless maybe love isn't based on more than looks for your husband. I was so done with him and left to bed. He came to bed around 3 a.m., started apologizing and said he loves me and that I am his world. He woke up this morning before me and made breakfast for us. I don't know if we should go for counseling or if I should file a divorce over this. Please help me. I don't know, man. Like, one breakfast does not negate all the years and years of, like, emotional torment.
Years and years. She didn't say years and years. They've been married for 3 years. That's not years and years. Okay? And on top of that, he's probably only been doing it recently because he's unhappy. And look, she's already... because she has some misunderstanding, because he's upset. Obviously, he's emotional. He cried. So there's something wrong with the man that you apparently love, and you're already thinking about divorcing him. Really?
That your husband has put you through. I don't know. I think that he genuinely feels that way. Or he's doing the negging thing where he feels like you're out of his league and he's trying to make you feel like you couldn't find something better. Either way, I'm not a fan of negging. Okay,
no. She couldn't find something better. She couldn't find something better. Not at 28 years old.
Never worked on me. It's a thing that a lot of guys do to, like, knock you down a peg, especially if you're really pretty or if you've got a lot going for you, you know, like in your career, or, you know, you're a good person or whatever. They poke at you, right? They just
keep telling yourself that, love.
Just going at your self-esteem to make you feel like you're on their level. It's twisted. I think it was in...
Like you're on their level? So you're saying they're trying to bring you down to their level because you think you're above them. And they're the misogynists?
Like some sort of pickup artist book or something, and then a generation of men read that book. It works on insecure women. It doesn't work on women who don't like being made fun of. Like, you're in a schoolyard and you're getting rocks thrown at you by the boy that you like. That's what, like, that is, you know? That doesn't work on me. But my love language is words of affirmation, so I don't know, man. Like, you can give him another chance, but like, people just don't really seem to understand that the key to a happy marriage and a happy relationship is just being nice to each other.
No, it's not. It's not just being nice to each other, because you can't just be nice to the other person when they're doing a whole bunch of stuff that you don't like.
And saying nice things to each other and doing nice things for one another.
It's that simple.
I just genuinely feel like this isn't going to stop. You'll forgive him. He'll behave for like a month. I don't see this ending well. I'm just saying.
Well, he'll behave like a good little dog, like a good little pet, because you own him and he needs to do what you want. That's what it's about. That's the way a lot of women think. They don't want to admit it, but that's the way they think. Listen to how they talk.
Dang. Am I the a-hole
Check
for
part
not
two.
defending my
What?
husband and making him cry after he said,
Check part two. What? I found it. I found part two. I always hate it when people don't show part two when there's a part two. I really didn't want to go find it, but I forgot I couldn't do that to y'all.
"Hi everyone, thank you so much for the support and advice. I know some people think that this is fake. I wish it was, but this is my life. And the reason I came here is because I know people in my life will want me to work on the marriage. I just want an unbiased opinion. The reason why his comment shocked everyone is because this is not how he normally behaves. He's normally the calmest and sweetest person I ever met. He is loved by everyone. So that's why I didn't see his comment as a red flag. After the dinner, when we came home, I didn't want to talk to him at all. So I asked him to sleep on the sofa. He started his love bombing, but I just walked past him to our bedroom and locked the door."
She made him sleep on the sofa. So she wants to be in charge in the relationship, and he's trying to say, hey, I'm the man. I'm supposed to be leading the relationship. You're not supposed to be the one in charge. And even if he's not in charge, worst case scenario, it should be equality, right? Both should be equal. How the hell is one person going to be like, no, you're sleeping on the sofa? That means that person has more power than the other.
He came knocking a couple times during the night, begging me not to leave him. This morning, I decided to have a heart-to-heart conversation. He sounded really remorseful. I threatened to leave him if he doesn't tell me the reason for his weird behavior recently. He said that one of his friends made a comment that he was the female in our marriage, and he lets me do whatever I want. And I make most of the decisions while he acts like a submissive husband whose wife is the dominant one. That's fucking weird, man.
No, it's not weird. It's true. And this is what the world expects of men. So the world expects us men to be strong, masculine men, leaders. And then we get in a relationship and you women want us to be the exact opposite. And then we get crap like that from the rest of the world. How are we supposed to reconcile that?
Men, just so you're clear, in a relationship, you might appear to be the one in charge, but you're not. We might make you think that it's your idea, but it's actually our idea.
Which is funny, because a lot of relationships are like that. But there's some that are not like that. And women decided to start playing those brain games a long time ago. Because the only reason a woman can actually do that is because she actually thinks she's in charge and leading the relationship, when the man is only trying to do what needs to be done to make her happy. If she wants to pretend to be in charge of everything, she wants to pretend to be, the leader or whatever, okay, whatever. We don't care. We love you. We just want you to be happy. Go ahead and act like it. But it's hard when you're getting those side pressures. Basically saying you are not a man. And women don't quite seem to understand that.
What is that from My Big Fat Greek Wedding? The man is the head, but the woman is the neck, and she can turn the head any way she wants. This friend also told the husband that he needs to man up and be more dominant. This whole thing about wanting to knock you down a peg kind of seems accurate. I asked for his phone as some...
What thing about knocking you down a peg? You're the one that said that. She didn't say that. He didn't say that. You said that. Quit putting your own thoughts and beliefs into the situation.
People have suspicions that he might be cheating. Rest assured, we don't have passwords to our phone and normally use each other's phones. He only has TikTok and WhatsApp. His TikTok-like videos are full of alpha male podcast videos, tips, and quotes on becoming a dominant alpha. Oh, Lord.
Dominant alpha. Yeah. How to be a better man. He's trying to become a better man, not just for you, but for himself. And yet you're shaming that. It's ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
I'm becoming a dominant alpha, eh? Yes, there are, traditional roles in a relationship where the man, is in his masculine, the woman is in her feminine, etc., etc.
So how is the woman being in charge allowing the man to be in his masculine?
But sometimes the woman's got to be in her masculine. I don't know if I've ever met a woman in business that's...
Women are never masculine. Yeah, I know that might be a hot take, but women are never masculine. They can pretend to be, they can act like they are, but they're not. Okay? Yeah, if they ever had to face a real masculine challenge, they would fail.
In her feminine. Okay, you're working, you're doing well at work, you're in your masculine. You want to get stuff done around the house. Usually women, not all women, but we tend to be the ones in charge of the household, right? We tend to book all the appointments, stay on top of things. I know I'm the one planning the wedding. Technically,
just to be a little mean here, no, you're the secretary of the household. The man is in charge. You work for him.
And men have their part too, right? They're the ones that sorry, what do they do? I'm kidding. They cut the grass and they take out the garbage and, they do all the fixins around the house. Mike likes to cook, okay? Traditionally a female kind of role, but we're not really in, an era where men are the ones that are working and women are in their feminine and, just taking care of the kids. We're all working now. So there's a little bit of gray area with.
So when my grandmother was babysitting and taking care of all the household stuff and raising the kids and stuff, that was all masculine? No.
That. He said that his comment will make me want to spend more attention to him and his needs and that he doesn't want to be this calm husband or person, but he sees that was a stupid idea. I told him that his attitude and personality was the reason I fell in love with him in the first place. Literally. He apologized profusely and said that he will make up for everything. I lost it with him. It was all a mess. I was shouting over him while he was still pleading for me to forgive him, and he would cut contact with his toxic friend. Yeah, I'm sorry. Is that toxic friend in a relationship? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? But why are we taking advice from people who we really shouldn't be taking advice from?
Says who? Men take advice from other men because they know about being a man and they have man experiences. No matter how masculine you think you act or become, you're never going to be a man and never going to understand a man. So men go to other men for advice on how to be better men. Sometimes we get the wrong ones, but if it's been your friend for years and you trust him and he's never steered you wrong before, why wouldn't you trust him?
Unless this toxic friend is in a very happy 20-year marriage, I don't really see why we're listening to other people's opinions. I asked for him to leave and that I needed space. He began crying.
That kind of doesn't make sense, though. Unless that person is actually successful doing what they're giving advice on, then yeah, you probably should be taking it with a grain of salt at least.
And pleading not to leave him, and he would do whatever I want. I told him he needs therapy. Yeah, he's gonna need to hold some space for that. He is at his parents' house right now, and his mom is tearing him another. I'm more disappointed than angry.
So he's basically being controlled and berated by women in every aspect of his life. And you wonder why he's having this issue.
I really love this man. I want it to work out because this is the first time he acted this way. But everyone said, he needs therapy. He's been continuously calling and...
Who's everyone? Who is everyone? All of your friends?
sending me voice messages, which I haven't opened or answered yet. That's hella weird. It's just such an unnecessary problem that you're bringing to the relationship, you know? Like, me, I want to be in my masculine and I want you to obey me. Who the f*** are you listening to? Andrew Tate? You know that?
Once again, it's because he's unhappy and he's trying to express his feelings. And yet you're negating his feelings and just saying, shame on you. Shame on you for having feelings. Didn't women want us to express our feelings?
That guy was arrested, right? For like running a prostitution ring. Let's not look up to people like that, okay? Counseling for sure. He's got some healthy baggage he's carrying around and taking it out on you, not the a-hole.
I may be wrong, but I don't think that was proven. I think he was accused, but I think that they found him innocent or not guilty or whatever. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Let me know in the comments if you know.
I mean, yeah, it might be salvageable with a mediator. Like, you guys are definitely going to need to go to couples therapy. Like, I'm not going to beat around the bush. This is going to take some work. Wow, not the a-hole at all, OP. I want to applaud the brother who came in swinging and gave his bro a taste of his own medicine. He needs to go to counseling and get over his idea of a joke.
Yeah, and the brother thing had nothing to do with you. Nothing. That would have happened over something else if you weren't there. It would have.
And how he's hurting people, and it's clear he has issues projecting, trying to put OP down to feel worthless because he feels worthless. And he got triggered by his brother. I bet it's an unlocked fear. He needs to fix himself. I don't really see where this insecurity even comes from, honestly. Like, he makes more money than you. Like, it would be one thing, like, you know, if, like, you were out earning.
He makes more money than you. Probably pays most of the bills. Should probably be in the leader position for the family, but yet you're treating him like he's just a little peon that you get to order around. Yeah, it sounds fair.
Earning him. I know some guys get like really touchy about that. I don't really see why he has a problem with like you in general or where this insecurity even stems from. Update from OP. My husband is still
insecurity. They always claim insecurity, projecting. Y'all never hear the man when he's doing these things. He doesn't know how to communicate properly with you, and he's trying to. And yet, every time he tries to, you just reject any feelings or thoughts he might have.
Mad at his brother and feels like his brother is trying to destroy our marriage, and he is 100% sure that his brother is in love with me and is still questioning me on whether I have any crush on his brother. As you remember that I once told his brother he looked amazing in a firefighter costume.
Didn't she say that she could break up with him and get with the brother? So there's it's not all false feelings on his side. You know, yeah, the brother might have a crush on her, and apparently she has a crush on him too. Thinking, oh, he looks exactly like him, but he'd be better.
For Halloween. Isn't it funny how when he made all of these hurtful jokes toward you because of some weird insecurity that he has about you, you know, wearing the pants, whatever the f that means, he said all of these things to you and expected you to just be fine with it. And his brother makes one joke, and he's still obsessed with it. Here's a good point. Why are people encouraging marriage counseling? Okay, fine. It's like, we don't need therapy. You need therapy. The problem with this story is him, the husband. He is insecure. He makes misogynistic comments to his wife. He is the only one who needs therapy. Once he's had some sessions, he and his therapist can decide when his wife can join. That's a good point. I think that maybe there needs to be some sort of marriage counseling.
Which might be pointless because it's not going to fix the problem. Most women, or most therapists are women. I think it's like 80-90% of them or something like that. And so they all have the woman mindset that, no, the man needs to be a good little boy and do what his wife tells him. So all that's going to happen is you all are going to keep pushing down his feelings and emotions until one day, you know, he's gone.
So that they can better communicate these things. And yes, he can talk to his therapist, but it would be good for him to talk to his wife about how he feels too, even if it's totally delusional.
No, it's not good for him to talk to his wife about how he feels, because that was him trying to talk to his wife about how he feels. That's why he was trying to say it was a joke, because he was trying to say something in a way that he could get the point across where he's trying to say it's a joke because like he doesn't mean exactly what he's saying, but he's trying to tell you how he feels.
You are not the a-hole, my dear. That man deserved to cry. I'm just saying. Hi, everyone. Thank you.
That man deserved to cry. That man is emotionally messed up. And y'all don't care. Y'all don't care about him. He is emotionally messed up and lost. And y'all don't care. Oh, he did some bad thing. He said some bad comments. He's argued with his brother. His brother has nothing to do with it. Okay? Leave that out of it. He always treated you great. He still treats you great. He tells you how much he loves you. He does everything you ask. He made a couple comments where he's basically trying to tell you how he feels. And now he is the bad guy. What are men supposed to do about that? Learn to communicate better? No, learn how to communicate like a woman. Okay, but that takes a lot of time and effort. Okay, he needs to go to her and say, hey, I feel that you don't respect me. I feel that you don't look at me as an equal. And you know what? She'd probably start laughing because she doesn't see him as an equal. That's just kind of the way it is. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comment section about what you think. How could he have gotten his feelings across more properly? If you think he was just being misogynistic, if you just tell me what you think. It's I honestly think he was trying to express his emotions and just doesn't know how, because he was never taught how to talk to a woman the way a woman needs to be talked to actually understand what you're saying. Yeah, crazy situations. I feel bad for both of them. That's it for today. Have a good one. See you next time.